Welcome to channel EMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Karl, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once we have all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Now today, special day. What's the date today? Today is the 25th of May 2023, just right before the new financial year. There has been a lot of rumors and chit chat comments all on the forum and things talking about, I don't think there's gonna be another round of invitation on the independent skill migration subclass 189. Now surprisingly, this morning there has been a lot of 189 invitation landed to a lot of people's accounts. Now, from what I have learned from the industry buddies, it's and the friends around the sector, it's generally around the occupation on the nurses and social workers. So again, you see a lot of rumors out there. I don't know. I don't want to be negative, but there has just been a lot of negative rumors out there, and it seems to be they are untrue. So again, we have welcomed another batch, another lot of the 189 invitation right before the end of financial year, which is great news for everybody. And as I have foreseen and estimated, predicted previously, the opening up of the migration for Australia is still ongoing. Anyway, apart from that, I would like to bring another news for the people who may consider Queensland. If you're a health professional or nurse and wishing to move to Queensland, there is an incentive. Just wanted to share with everybody. So that will include if you have received your 189 visa and you're currently in Sydney's, New South Wales, Victoria, perhaps moving to Brisbane, Gold Coast, or somewhere else in Queensland, that may have some incentive that you may receive. This is actually announced by the Queensland government, and they are looking for health jobs. So what it's all about? It reads attraction incentive. We are incentivizing health workers to move to Queensland and to take up jobs in regional and remote Queensland. Okay, so it doesn't spell out whether the location is gonna be, but Queensland is looking for more nurses and health professions, so that can be interesting. And that can also be from international. So if you're overseas, obviously if you wanted to come to Australia, you're required to go through skill migration, skill assessment, NMAC and all that. I've done a video specifically on the medical profession and also for the nurses, how you actually get the skill assessment and the require English proficiency test. That's going to be OETB across the 4 band and also IELTS 7 across 4 bands. You can refer to that video if you want in my channel. Okay, so let's have a read of what it's actually offering. So our workforce attraction scheme, it will bring more frontline healthcare workers to communities across Queensland. Funding scheme start 1st July, so not yet. Make sure you got invitation on 189, get it through before 1st July, and looking forward to move to Queensland. And it ends on 30th of June 2025, so it goes for 2 years. Wow, that's great. So the state government of Queensland is looking to promote the health, work and jobs and to attract these people to come to Queensland. Okay. Health professionals who apply commence in a role in Queensland Health on after 1st July are eligible for the incentive. The health worker interstate or overseas, so you can come from Western Australia, you can come from South Australia, anywhere apart from you're already in Queensland. I'm sorry. So they're incentivizing that relocation of these health workers. To move to Queensland may be eligible for payment up to $20,000. Wow. and that's into as your income. That's a lot. And medical practitioner to take up job in regional and remote Queensland may be eligible to up to 50,000. Now, I'm not too sure whether there's only a medical practitioner required to go to remote, but for others, you can be, I believe, we can be anywhere in Queensland. So that including Brisbane and Gold Coast. So let's have a look. The scope program, interstate. International health workers, okay, interstate and international health worker, interstate and international worker who move into Queensland, including Brisbane. You see, if you're a nurse, and you like to, and you get a job in Brisbane or Gold Coast to work in Queensland Health, may be eligible for 10,000 incentive payments, and they will receive another 10,000 after completing 12 months of service. So you get 10. And then a year later, you get another 10,000, 20,000. Wow, what an incentive. For permanent part-time employer, pro rata amount will be paid based on the part-time hours of work percentage. A health worker currently living and working in Queensland will not be eligible. Wow, I'm sorry, but it's more for attraction for other people, because you may say it's not fair. Well, but look, if they need to relocate, right, they need to terminate their lease, rental, move, and things like that. So that includes costs, you see. So this 20K is more about not just the income, but covering those costs and also a little bit incentive for relocating either from interstate or from overseas. Okay, so that is where the incentive is focusing on. So health workers eligible incentive is medical doctors, specialists, nurses, midwife, other professional, dentists. Oh, dentists, interesting. I'm not too sure you can find a job in dentists in the suburban Brisbane and Gold Coast. It's full of dentists already. Oral health practitioner, paramedics, scientific officers. So scientific officer, I think it will be those who are working in the medical labs and things like that. Okay, now regional and remote, should we go through that one as well? So medical practitioner, so this one is more for not just for the health workers, but for medical practitioners. So that's our doctors commencing work in Queensland rural and remote location will receive 25,000, and after 3 months a further 25,000 after 12 months. So 25 first and 25, so altogether that's 50. I think the reason is again the relocation and going to remote. Obviously the cost of moving to remote rural area is more costly, and a little bit more incentive. Of course, no one want to go to preferences to go to remote or rural area, but if you really wishing to go, I mean, for the young medical practitioner, I think that would be a great opportunity. You probably have not had a family yet. You might want to go to Queensland for a year or two, and you got an additional 50 grand. Why not? Okay, so that is where the incentive attraction. So it's international medical, interstate international medical practitioner coming to work in rural or remote location can claim both incentive up to 70,000. Now that's in those detail. I'm not gonna go through there for you today, but again, this is a great information that for especially today we have just received another batch of lots of 189 invitation. That's for all the nurses and social workers, and if you just got that permanent residency before 1st July, or perhaps a little bit into the new financial year, why not thinking about moving or relocating yourself to Queensland and get a job there? Remember, there's 2 years of this period, so starting from this year, July 2023, until the 30th June 2025. As long as you're there working for a year, you get that 20 grand, or if you're a doctor, you get that additional 50 grand plus. That's I don't know, that's a little bit crazy, but I think it's good. It's good. As you can see, the government is going through not just getting the talents internationally, they are getting the talents interstates. There's a little bit of a competition there, but anyway, it's good for all the migrants. Should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.